Welcome to Ancient Wisdom, where we explore the timeless knowledge of ancient civilizations, uncover the mysteries of forgotten worlds, and dive deep into the philosophies that shaped history. Today, we journey into one of Africa's most profound and inspiring philosophies, Ubuntu. Ubuntu is more than just a word. It is a way of life, a way of seeing the world, where humanity is interconnected and where the well-being of one is tied to the well-being of all. But what does Ubuntu really mean? How has this philosophy shaped African societies for centuries? And what wisdom can it offer us in today's modern, often divided world? Let's explore. What is Ubuntu? The word Ubuntu comes from the Nguni Bantu languages of southern Africa, spoken among the Zulu, Xhosa, and other indigenous communities. It is often translated as, "I am because we are," but its meaning runs deeper than words. Ubuntu is a philosophy of togetherness, compassion, and mutual support. To have Ubuntu means to recognize that we exist in relation to others, that we are not isolated individuals, but part of a greater whole. Archbishop Desmond Tutu, one of Africa's greatest moral leaders, described it this way: "A person with Ubuntu is open and available to others, affirming of others, does not feel threatened that others are able and good, for he or she has a proper self-assurance that comes from knowing that he or she belongs in a greater whole." Ubuntu is about community over competition, generosity over selfishness, and unity over division. It is the invisible thread that has held African societies together for generations. The origins and cultural significance of Ubuntu. Ubuntu is not a new idea. It has been at the heart of African culture for thousands of years. Before modern states and borders, African societies were structured around communal living. Villages thrived on cooperation, where everyone played a role in sustaining the community. Elders guided with wisdom, the warriors protected, the farmers provided food, and the healers ensured well-being. This interconnected way of life was built on key principles of Ubuntu: sharing and reciprocity. Resources were shared, not hoarded. If one family had more, they ensured others did not go without. Respect for elders and ancestors. Wisdom was passed down through storytelling and guidance from those who came before. Restorative justice. Instead of focusing on punishment, African justice systems sought reconciliation and healing, prioritizing community harmony over retribution. Ubuntu was the foundation of governance, economy, and even conflict resolution, ensuring that communities remain strong, united, and resilient. But in today's world of individualism and competition, can Ubuntu still guide us? Ubuntu in modern society. Though Ubuntu has deep historical roots, its wisdom is more relevant than ever in today's world of division, materialism, and social isolation. Let's explore 3 ways we can apply Ubuntu in modern life. Ubuntu in leadership. Leading with compassion. Unlike Western models of leadership that often emphasize power and hierarchy, Ubuntu leadership is built on empathy, inclusivity, and service. One of the greatest examples of Ubuntu leadership was Nelson Mandela. After spending 27 years in prison, he emerged not with hatred, but with forgiveness, choosing reconciliation over revenge to unite a divided South Africa. Mandela once said, "In Africa, there is a concept known as Ubuntu, the profound sense that we are human only through the humanity of others. This style of leadership, one that values the dignity of others, can transform businesses, communities, and even nations. Ubuntu in everyday life, strengthening relationships. Ubuntu reminds us that our actions impact those around us. When we choose kindness over cruelty, generosity over greed, and understanding over judgment, we strengthen the bonds that connect us. Consider this: a simple act of kindness, helping a neighbor, supporting a friend, creates a ripple effect. Listening instead of arguing fosters unity. Celebrating others' success rather than competing creates a sense of shared prosperity. When we embrace Ubuntu, we begin to see humanity not as separate individuals, but as one interconnected family. Ubuntu in global challenges, building a more compassionate world. In a world facing crises, climate change, poverty, inequality, Ubuntu offers a powerful solution: collective responsibility. Ubuntu teaches that one person's suffering is everyone's suffering. This mindset has been the driving force behind African communal aid systems, where communities care for orphan children as their own. Global humanitarian efforts, where nations come together in times of disaster. Environmental activism, where indigenous wisdom teaches us to respect and protect the earth for future generations. Imagine a world where Ubuntu shaped our politics, economies, and social structures. A world where we prioritize the well-being of all over the success of a few. Ubuntu reminds us it's possible. How you can practice Ubuntu today. Ubuntu is not just an ancient philosophy, it is a way of life. And you don't have to be African to embrace its wisdom. Here are 3 simple ways you can live by Ubuntu. Give without expecting in return. Offer kindness, knowledge, or help without looking for personal gain. See others as extensions of yourself. Recognize that your happiness is linked to the happiness of those around you. Build, don't divide. Whether at work, in your community, or even online, seek to unite rather than separate. Ubuntu starts with small actions. When we embody its principles, we create a world that is more compassionate, connected, and human. The eternal wisdom of Ubuntu. In a time where the world often feels divided, Ubuntu reminds us of a deeper truth. We are not alone. We are not separate. We are bound by something greater than ourselves, the spirit of humanity. Ubuntu teaches us that a single person's success is meaningless if others suffer. A world built on compassion is stronger than one built on greed. And the greatest wealth is not in what we own, but in the relationships we nurture. As the African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Thank you for watching Ancient Wisdom. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more explorations into the wisdom of the past. And remember, we rise together.